Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 953. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing a book but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 20 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they even have the ability to turn a quote-unquote non-author into a published one. Those three things, my pillars here on the show, are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. And once again, happy Sunday, everyone. As we do every Sunday here on the show, it is Sunday Story Time, where I grab a book off my shelf, whether it's one of my own books, a client book, or a book that has positively impacted me in some way. I read you an excerpt from that book, followed by some sort of question so that you can apply the information and the inspiration to your own work. And today I've chosen a book that I'm currently reading, a very enchanting novel called The Last Bookshop in London, a novel of World War II, and the author is Madeline Martin. I wonder if I might ask you some questions about reading to determine how best to advertise. Ah, you wish to tap into the mind of a reader. He lifted his pointer finger. Brilliant. Another wave of warmth suffused her face. What do you like best about reading? His fingertips steepled together and tapped against one another as he thought. That's quite the question, like asking me to describe all the colors in a spinning kaleidoscope. Is it truly that complicated? She laughed. I'll try. He tilted his head and his gaze focused in the distance as he considered his response with apparent care. Reading is. His brows knit together and then his forehead smoothed as the right words appeared to dawn on him. It's going somewhere without ever taking a train or ship. An unveiling of new, incredible worlds. It's living a life you weren't born into and a chance to see everything colored by someone else's perspective. It's learning without having to face consequences of failures and how best to succeed. He hesitated. I think within all of us there is a void, a gap waiting to be filled by something. For me, that something is books and all their proffered experiences. Grace's heart went soft at the poetic affection with which he spoke, finding herself both envious of the books as well as the fulfillment he found in them. Nothing in all of her years had ever inspired such passion. I see what you mean by trying to describe all the colors in a spinning kaleidoscope, she said. That was beautiful. He met her eyes once more and gave a sheepish smile. Well, I don't know that it will help you with advertising, he cleared his throat. It absolutely does, Grace paused as she assembled the racing thoughts in her head. Perhaps something about lighting a blackout with the enjoyment of reading, or using it as a means of taking oneself away from the war with a new adventure. He opened his hands as if presenting her as a masterpiece. Those are perfect. You'll do a stellar job of this. And once again, that was an excerpt from the novel The Last Bookshop in London, a novel of World War II by Madeline Martin. And I chose this passage today because I love the beautiful ways the author describes what reading is. Really beautiful imagery and imagination in the words she put in her character's mouth. Or, as the book's main character Grace described it as, poetic affection. All in response to one question. What do you like best about reading? So my question for you today is what Grace might ask all of us as authors. What do you like best about writing books? And I'm realizing how often I simplify it, especially here in the show when I talk about the prospect of writing a book for aspiring authors. Share your story, share your message, get the stuff in your head out onto the page so you can work it out in the light of day. Clearly, writing a book is well beyond those broad motivations. Like reading, the experience of writing a book is personal to the person doing it. So what is it to you? Write it all down, even if it doesn't feel like poetic affection. No other author has the same experience writing as you do. It's all yours, uniquely yours, to enjoy, to cherish, and to practice. over and over every day. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And be sure and drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and sharing what book is on your bedside table that you're currently enjoying, anything you want to talk about. Inc. Authors on Facebook. I always put the link in the show notes. Until tomorrow, happy writing.